5:51. Awake with Jake. Here for you. Here until 8 o'clock when Paul Bryan gets here with Drive Chicago. Donna in Hobart.
Yes.
Welcome to 89 WOS, Donna.
Yeah. I wanted to call and give you some more information about Memorial Day. First of all, it was Decoration Day to begin with.
That's right. May 30th. We found that out.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then the reason they switched it was because it was convenient. Like with President's Day, it made a 3-day weekend.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah, and because of the Indiana 500, that was part of the reason they switched it, because the drivers and the people couldn't get home if it was in the middle of the week without losing work. So that was part of it.
But that was always what made it special.
I know. And also the reason for the poppies was because of the poem from World War I about in Flanders Field where poppies grow amid crosses row on row. Yeah. That's where the poppy thing came from. And the disabled vets made them, and then the Legion Auxiliary women paid for making them and sold them to raise money for the disabled vets.
Yeah.
And I know because I sold a lot of them with my mom years back.
Well, so what are you grilling this weekend, Donna?
I'm not. I'm going to watch somebody else grill.
Okay. All right. Take care, Donna.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was like, I know that people love the 3-day holiday. I don't like it. I mean, George Washington, if you're honoring him for being the first president of the United States, give him his actual birthday. Don't move it around. The only 3-day holiday, the only holiday I don't think we've screwed with is 4th of July. And I know they're working on that somewhere. That's going to become a 3-day holiday at some point. Peggy in Chicago.
Hi. Would you tell me if this is true or not? I got to ask you about this.
I probably don't know.
Well, was it Monique Davis that owed $500,000 in taxes? And the state of Illinois House of Representatives put an amendment on a very popular bill that everybody wanted, and the amendment was to forgive her debt.
If I remember correctly, I have some vague details of this. It has to do something to do with her district office and whether she had to pay the property taxes on it or not.
Oh, man. Well,
and supposedly some big bill was run up, and they told her about it. By that point, it was real high, and that's what I kind of remember about that.
Well, when somebody owes them, that's enough for 12 teachers. And I'm thinking that, have they done this for other, legislators? I mean, now I found out in the Trib that they have that, that pension, is it?
Oh, Emil Jones, the former state president, Senate president, in 89, they did something where he and a whole bunch of other legislators are now collecting pensions higher than what their salary was as legislators.
Well, there is something that does comfort me, because they're killing Medicaid. They're going to leave a lot of people homeless that are in nursing homes. Just put them out on the street like they do in India. Let them die.
Explain something to me, Peggy.
Yeah.
Sun-Times had a story yesterday about the Medicaid cuts, and they talked about these poor families who have kids, and they're not going to be able to take care of their kids, and in some cases, there's going to be this $400 a month copay and all that stuff. Wasn't the whole Health Care Act, the Obamacare, I know they put a lot of it on the Medicaid, but wasn't the whole idea everybody's going to get their health care? We're not going to be shut out?
Well,
doesn't seem like they're shutting people out now.
Yeah, they are. Actually, what happened, a lot of doctors will not take Medicaid because it takes them 2 years to pay. They promise 20%, but they actually pay 5%. So it isn't worth it to the doctor. But you want to hear the shocker? If Obamacare goes through, remember they said that to people on Medicare that their premium wouldn't go up?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't, but the doctor's reimbursement went down. It went down another 30%. Now, they only get half of what they bill, but they can squeak by on that. Remember, they have staff, office, everything. But if they reduce it another 30%, that means the doctor only gets 20%. That means he can't take Medicare patients. He loses money on them.
No, that's, well,
and
there.
So that's the poor, sick, and the old right there.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome to the world. Thank you, Peggy.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the case I was reading yesterday in the Times with this one family, that if they shut the program, then their child would have to go to a hospital, and Medicaid would pay that. It would be more expensive. Only with the government do you get something convoluted like that, where they can do something more efficiently, cheaper, and they don't, and they end up spending more money and screwing with the family. But I thought that whole, and then I was thinking, when I was reading about this copay, they want $400, and a spokesperson for the state was mentioning, well, there's got to be some shared suffering or something, some shared pain or something like that. And I was thinking of that Sandra Fluke. Remember the Georgetown law student with the contraception? How much? What was she talking about? $30 a month or $40 a month? Whatever the cost was, the nominal amount that the government had to pay. She couldn't pay out of her own pocket. I mean, I'm reading the story yesterday. It's $400 a month. These people don't have the money. That's a lot of money. And we made this big deal about, Sandra Fluke and the $40 or whatever it was a month. Like I said, things are. I didn't come down here today to get into this whole deal like this, but it's Paul from Arlington Heights calling from Wisconsin. He started all this. Blame him. It's just that the world is upside down. It really is. Obamacare. It's going to take care of you on Medicaid. Don't worry about it. You're not going to have those big co-payments. Well, gee, what's this in the Sun-Times yesterday? What's going to happen when more people start getting pushed to Medicaid? And the doctors aren't going to take you because they're not getting reimbursed at a good amount. Maybe people were going up to Canada, driving through Wisconsin. I don't know. Anyway, this hour's gone. We have 2 more hours to go, yes. Well, actually, we go to 7 o'clock and then we start again and go from 7 to 8. But I'm here for you. 591-8900 is a phone number. And if if the government paid off the $50 million to anybody for Osama bin Laden, I'm curious about that. I've been trying to find out. I can't find out. Maybe you can help. Anyway, a lot more to come right here on 89 WLS.